What if I told you that behind the glossy speeches, the heartfelt condolences, and the perfectly staged loyalty videos, something far darker was brewing at TPUSA? Something that not even the most devoted followers could have seen coming. Who really controls the narrative when tragedy strikes? And why does Erika Kirk, the widow of one of the organization's most famous faces, keep pointing the spotlight on her chief of staff in a way that raises more questions than it answers? A new insider has just come forward, claiming they've seen the full story what really happened in the chaotic moments no cameras were supposed to capture. The whispers you've heard? The rumors? According to this source, they're only scratching the surface. Phone calls that shouldn't exist, decisions made in silence, and a calmness that's unsettling. Could the chief of staff have known more than he was letting on? And Erika Kirk? Was her behavior immediately after the crisis a genuine show of grief or a carefully calculated move to control everything? The internet is buzzing, timelines are crisscrossing, and the footage, yes, that footage is sending chills through viewers everywhere. Today, we're pulling back the curtain, exposing the secrets no one dared to talk about. Until now! Buckle up, because this story isn't just shocking, it's explosive. It all starts with a whisper rumor, so quiet at first, it almost slips past the ears of even the most loyal TPUSA followers. But as the days went by, that whisper grew into a roar. People began asking, what really happened behind the scenes when chaos struck? And suddenly, all eyes turned to two names, Erika Kirk and her chief of staff, the man who was supposed to be the rock in her corner, the trusted lieutenant. The person everyone thought was untouchable. But what if the person you trusted the most was holding secrets that could shake the entire organization to its core? Let's set the scene. It's a day that's already gone down in infamy, tense, chaotic, hearts racing. Cameras were rolling, speeches were given, hugs exchanged, and yet something felt off, the kind of off that makes conspiracy theorists salivate. Erika Kirk, still in the public eye, gracefully handling condolences, calm, almost eerily so. Beside her, the chief of staff, the man everyone has praised, called loyal, dependable, even amazing, is moving through the room with an unusual precision, a calmness that seems almost rehearsed. Seconds after the chaos erupts, he picks up his phone, walks away, and continues a conversation that no one else is privy to. People are asking, why wouldn't he rush to check on Erika or anyone else? Why the silence when the moment called for immediate action? This is where it starts to get messy. Sources anonymous naturally claimed there was more happening than anyone could have imagined. According to one insider who's supposedly been close to the operation for years, the timing was too perfect. Erika and the chief were in the room like it was choreographed. Like they knew exactly when to step, when to pause, when to smile for the cameras. That's a quote that has already set Twitter on fire. People online are dissecting every frame of footage, every glance, every phone movement, claiming that the calm demeanor wasn't shock, it was calculation. But let's rewind a bit. Why are Erika and her chief under the microscope now? For years, TPUSA has been a powerhouse funding, influence, politics, media. And with influence comes power, and with power comes temptation. Our sources claim there's been a pattern: sudden financial decisions, obscure phone calls, high-level meetings that no one outside the inner circle is privy to. And suddenly, in the wake of this tragedy, those same powers are in the spotlight. Were decisions made during those critical minutes that shifted control of certain operations? Were there instructions given, calls made, all while the public thought chaos reigned? Public reactions are flooding in, of course. Social media is ablaze. People are asking questions, not just about what happened to Erika and her chief during that critical moment, but what it all means for the organization's future. One anonymous user posted, if the chief was calm while everything fell apart, then what does that say about loyalty? And Erika, smiling, composed, what was she really thinking? That tweet exploded, going viral within hours. Hundreds of responses, theories, and even more speculation. Could there be a deeper game here? One that no one is talking about openly? And here's the kicker, there's talk of hidden footage. Not the kind the public sees, but what insiders claim exists: grainy, security-style video showing moments before and after the chaos. Moments where Erika and her chief are seen conferring quietly, exchanging brief nods, phone pressed to the ear. Was it a strategy session? A call for help? Or something else entirely? The footage hasn't surfaced publicly yet, but leaks, unnamed sources, and online chatter have already begun to paint a picture that looks highly suspicious. Adding fuel to the fire, there's the matter of public praise. In her first statement, Erika Kirk thanked her chief in ways that made many pause. Amazing, loyal, compassionate, words that are usually reserved for heroes, not bystanders. But when paired with the calm, almost eerie footage, those words have taken on a very different tone. People are dissecting the timing, the smiles, the gestures, suggesting that perhaps the praise wasn't just gratitude, it was a way to control the narrative, to frame the story before anyone could challenge it. And then there's the phone call itself. According to multiple anonymous insiders, Erika's chief wasn't just speaking to her, he was allegedly coordinating. The theory goes that certain staff members, donors, and political figures were being briefed in real time. Was he giving instructions on how to handle the public? Was he ensuring that Erika remained the focal point, the sympathetic figure, while he quietly maneuvered behind the scenes? Some say the calmness was all part of a script, rehearsed and executed to perfection. And here's the part that has everyone talking: if that's true, then the narrative we saw unfold on social media, in interviews, in statements, it might have been designed from the first second. But let's not jump too far ahead. The first step is establishing the pattern. Erika Kirk and her chief have been at the center of multiple controversial moments before this incident. Rumors of internal conflicts, sudden resignations, unexplained financial shifts, these are the breadcrumbs. And now, in the wake of the latest event, all those breadcrumbs are starting to connect. People are saying the chaos didn't just reveal the truth, it exposed it. Every detail, every gesture, every call is being questioned. Was loyalty a fauxet? Was strategy mistaken for compassion? Was the chief actually leading while everyone thought Erika was in charge? And just when you think it can't get any stranger, new online threads and supposed leaked messages claim to show Erika and the chief were planning the exact public narrative within minutes. Strategizing the statements, timing the interviews, even deciding which camera angles would make them appear authentic and grief-stricken. Could this really be orchestrated? Or is it just the imagination of a suspicious online community? Either way, the implications are huge. At this point, the plot thickens. Questions abound, and the lines between truth, rumor, and orchestrated narrative are blurrier than ever. But one thing is crystal clear: Erika Kirk and her chief of staff are no longer untouchable figures immune to scrutiny. Every move, every call, every word is being analyzed. And as we prepare to dive even deeper into the scandal, the leaked reports, the public reactions, the behind-the-scenes chaos, you'll see why some are calling this the biggest insider revelation TPUSA has ever faced. And here, this video ends, but don't breathe easy just yet. Because what comes next is where the real drama unfolds: the scandal breakdown, the shocking findings from anonymous insiders, and the reactions that are setting the internet on fire. You won't believe what some sources are claiming happened behind the scenes. By now, the rumors have exploded into full-blown speculation, and the internet is not holding back. Sources, of course, unnamed, but allegedly close to the inner circle, claimed that Erika Kirk and her chief of staff weren't just bystanders. No, according to these insiders, they were orchestrating the scene, controlling the narrative before anyone even realized what had happened. People are dissecting every frame of video, every glance, every raised eyebrow. The calmness of the chief during the chaos? Not shock, strategy. The smile on Erika's face in the moments after? Not grief, performance. One anonymous insider, speaking under strict conditions, said, "You don't just move with that kind of precision unless you know exactly what's coming." The timing of their actions, the way Erika stayed composed, wasn't natural. It was calculated. That statement has gone viral, reposted thousands of times, fueling theories that the entire incident was being manipulated in real time. Fans are drawing timelines, comparing video frames, and pointing out inconsistencies that suggest Erika and the chief knew more than anyone is admitting. Then there's the matter of communication. Sources claim that the chief was not only on the phone, but actively coordinating multiple calls at one's donors, staff, peer teams while chaos erupted around him. Was he warning someone? Or was he ensuring that Erika was framed as the sympathetic widow, the grieving figurehead, while the real control shifted behind the scenes? People are saying that every second of that video tells a story. The calm, composed movements, the lack of panic, it's almost as if someone was directing a live performance. Social media reactions have been explosive. Fans are dissecting every detail, commenting, theorizing, and even creating side-by-side videos comparing Erika's demeanor with that of other public figures in crisis. One viral post asks, "Why is the chief so calm when his boss is in chaos? Why is Erika smiling when everyone expects grief?" Theories are flying. Some say they're masterminding a takeover of the organization's power. Others suggest they're covering something much darker. And a few insist it's all part of a long-term strategy to consolidate influence. Anonymous reports also claimed that Erika and her chief had begun planning statements even before emergency responders arrived. They allegedly reviewed scripts, timed camera angles, and coordinated with media contacts to ensure that every word would make Erika look composed, empathetic, and in control. Sources say it's like watching chess. Every move is deliberate, every gesture serves a purpose, and if that's true, it raises one glaring question: if Erika and the chief were planning PR strategy in the middle of a crisis, what were they leaving out? What truths were buried beneath the carefully crafted image? The controversy doesn't stop there. Insider chatter also points to discrepancies in public statements. Erika claims the chief called her immediately after the incident, while other sources say he called multiple staffers and donors before speaking to her. Conflicting timelines, mismatched details, and unexplained gaps in footage have left even seasoned investigators scratching their heads. People online are asking, who is really telling the truth? The answer could rewrite the story everyone thought they knew. Adding fuel to the fire are alleged financial irregularities. Sources whisper about rapid fund transfers, sudden investments, and questionable expense reports linked to projects Erika and her chief oversaw. Was this just normal business, or is there something more sinister at play? Some fans are connecting the timing of these transactions to the chaos surrounding the incident, implying that the distraction may have been convenient. It's enough to make even casual observers pause and reconsider everything they thought they knew about loyalty and trust in the inner circle. Public sentiment is running hot. Comment sections, forums, and social media threads are exploding with accusations, theories, and wild speculation. Some suggest Erika's composure was a mask, a signal that she and the chief were ready to seize control while everyone else was distracted. Others claim the chief's calmness was evidence of inside knowledge, that he knew the chaos before it even happened. One viral thread even claims leaked messages show him coordinating a response strategy, while the public thought he was reacting to events in real time. And then there's the element of secrecy. The chief's mysterious phone call, the one everyone is talking about, remains unexplained. Who was on the other end? What instructions were given? Anonymous insiders claim that these calls were critical in shaping the narrative, ensuring Erika was positioned as the public figurehead while key players behind the scenes secured their influence. Theories are wild. Some say it was a warning. Others say it was a rehearsal. And a few even suggest it was a way to manipulate donors and staff before any official statements were made. Even the praise Erika publicly offered the chief has taken on a new shade. Amazing, loyal, compassionate. Words that sounded heartfelt now seem almost performative. Was it gratitude, or was it part of a carefully orchestrated public appearance? Observers online are pointing out the timing, the tone, the smiles, and the pauses, insisting that these were calculated to convey calm and control at a moment when chaos should have ruled. The more people analyze the footage, the more inconsistencies they find between what they see and what they're told. At this point, the situation has turned into a full-blown mystery. Erika Kirk and her chief of staff are no longer just figures in a controversial moment. They are the center of a storm of suspicion, analysis, and speculation. Everything is under the microscope: gestures, phone calls, interviews, tweets, and even silent expressions. Every detail is being scrutinized, and the public is demanding answers. People want to know what was real, what was staged, and what secrets might be hidden just out of sight. And this is only the beginning. Part 3 will take us even deeper, exploring the fallout, potential legal ramifications, and the shocking consequences that could shake the organization and the public's trust in ways no one saw coming. What Erika and her chief allegedly orchestrated might just rewrite the story of TPUSA forever. The fallout from these revelations has been nothing short of explosive. Social media is ablaze, hashtags are trending, and every news outlet, even the ones usually asleep at the wheel, are now picking up the story. People are demanding answers, questioning loyalty, and debating whether Erika Kirk and her chief of staff were merely opportunistic or part of something far more calculated. Allegedly, insiders claim that TPUSA is facing internal chaos, with board members scrambling to assess who knew what and when, according to leaked internal reports, of course. Unverified but widely shared online, several high-ranking staff members were caught off guard by the apparent coordination between Erika and her chief, one anonymous executive supposedly said. "It felt like we were watching a puppet show. They controlled the room, the cameras, the narrative, even the donors. It was terrifying and brilliant at the same time." That kind of statement is fueling speculation that the entire operation was choreographed down to the second, leaving everyone else scrambling just to keep up. Public backlash is intense. Supporters of the organization are divided. Some defend Erika and her chief, claiming they did what any experienced leaders would do during a crisis. Others accuse them of betrayal, prioritizing optics and influence over loyalty and compassion. Online forums are filled with heated debates, threads analyzing body language, dissecting phone calls, and comparing every public statement to leaked insider accounts. Theories range from opportunistic power grabs to deep-seated conspiracies involving finances, PR manipulation, and control of media messaging. The alleged financial angle is particularly controversial. According to these online leaks, Erika and her chief had control over emergency funds and were able to redirect resources almost immediately after the incident. Critics argue that this gave them leverage over staff and donors alike. Posts circulating on social media suggest that several sudden transfers and approvals were linked to projects that were never publicly disclosed. Was this standard organizational procedure, or was it a covert attempt to consolidate power under the guise of crisis management? The speculation alone has audiences on edge, and the timing of Erika's public appearances raises eyebrows too. Video clips of her addressing supporters, smiling while praising the chief, and projecting calm are now being scrutinized frame by frame. Some online analysts claim that her composure seems to perfect, pointing to subtle gestures, eye contact, pauses, and hand movements as evidence of rehearsed communication. Whether these claims are true or not, the narrative has shifted. Erika is no longer just a grieving widow. She's being viewed as a calculated operator who may have anticipated every move in advance. Meanwhile, the chief's reputation is under siege. Internet sleuths have combed through his public statements, interviews, and social media activity. The calm demeanor that once seemed professional is now being labeled suspicious, with countless users asking, "How do you stay so composed when everything is falling apart?" Alleged insider accounts suggest that his actions immediately after the incident were part of a broader strategy, coordinating communication with key allies and controlling information flow. If true, this points to a level of orchestration that some are calling masterful and chilling. Speculation isn't just limited to public perception. According to these leaks, there are whispers of formal investigations, hypothetical audits, legal probes, and government inquiries that could look into whether protocols were followed or breached. Some theorists suggest that the unusual coordination between Erika and her chief might attract scrutiny from regulatory bodies, donors, or even law enforcement, especially if any financial irregularities are substantiated. The stakes, if these allegations are true, are enormous. The internet's reaction has been relentless. Memes, viral threads, and reaction videos dissect every movement and word, often exaggerating details for dramatic effect. Every tiny gesture by Erika or the chief is magnified. A smile becomes cunning, a nod becomes confirmation, a calm breath becomes premeditation. The narrative has taken on a life of its own, with countless theories bouncing between opportunism, strategy, and conspiracy. It's the kind of frenzy that makes a simple incident feel like a national scandal, and it's not just online chatter. Public figures and commentators have started weighing in, some cautiously praising Erika for composure, others openly questioning her motives. The chief's silence on certain details has become a focal point. Critics argue that the lack of transparency fuels suspicion, while defenders claim it was standard crisis protocol. Either way, the situation has turned into a full-blown storm, with every statement and action dissected and debated. In the midst of all this, one thing is clear: the reputation of Erika Kirk and her chief of staff has been irrevocably changed. Whether they were orchestrating, reacting, or simply misinterpreted, the perception of calculated control has taken root. And perception, in today's media-driven world, is everything. Every social media post, video clip, and leaked message now carries weight, contributing to the ever-growing narrative of manipulation and intrigue. As the dust continues to settle, questions remain. Who truly controlled the chaos? Who was acting in the best interest of the organization, and who was prioritizing their own influence? Was the chief a loyal protector or a calculated strategist? Was Erika a grieving widow or a masterful operator shaping the story before anyone else could? And most importantly, how deep does this rabbit hole go? This story is far from over. Every new video, every leaked document, every eyewitness account could rewrite what we think we know. Erika Kirk and her chief of staff are at the center of a storm that's only gaining intensity. And for viewers, that means one thing: stay alert, stay skeptical, and keep watching, because the next twist could drop at any moment, and when it does, it's going to be explosive. What do you think really happened behind the scenes with Erika Kirk and her chief of staff? Were they orchestrating every move, controlling the narrative, and staying 3 steps ahead of everyone else, or is this just a massive misunderstanding blown way out of proportion? The timing, the calls, the calm demeanor, it all points to something far bigger than we're being told. And you know what? That's exactly why you need to stay tuned right here on Exclusive Exposed. Every video, every leaked clip, every insider tip we dig up peels back another layer of this tangled web. We're exposing what others are too afraid or too busy to reveal. And trust me, this story is far from over. The next revelation could change everything you thought you knew about TPUSA, Erika Kirk, and the chief of staff. So don't sit on the sidelines. Hit that like button, smash subscribe, and turn on notifications, because every twist, every hidden detail, every shocking revelation will drop right here first. Comment below with your theories. Who do you trust? Who's hiding the truth? And who's really pulling the strings? Stay with us, because the truth is out there, and we're bringing it straight to you. Exclusive Exposed, where nothing stays hidden. Where nothing stays hidden.